Welcome back, Travel Bugs. This is our official travel guide to Thailand.
Yeah, we're pumped to share all of this with you guys.
I've been getting a ton of questions, I'm sure you have
Yes,
too.
oh yeah, definitely, all the time.
About Thailand, you know, how to get there, how long does it take to get there, is it safe? So we're just doing an all-exhaustive travel guide to Thailand, starting from start to finish. So first, we're gonna get started with how to get there. A lot of people don't realize, typically you can get a flight to Thailand for as low as about $450 round trip. There are always cheap flights going on, especially if you're checking the right sources. Our number one source is the Points Guy. That's thepointsguy.com. You can also check Google Flights regularly. Just punch in the travel dates and you'll see it populate the prices, and sometimes you can find the deals that way. You don't have to spend $1,000 round trip or even $800 or $600 round trip to get to Thailand. And then once you get there, it's incredibly inexpensive.
Like you could get a good, decent sized meal for 2 people for under $10.
Alright, so let's talk about the length of the travel day to get to Thailand, because that's important as well. Yes, the cost of the flight is cheap, but you gotta get on that flight for about 36 hours, depending on which direction you're traveling in. When we traveled last time, we traveled from here to China, and that was a 14-hour flight direct. And then you had a layover, and then you had another 5-hour flight. Now guys, it's grueling. That was our second time around, and it was still pretty brutal. Our recommendations are make sure while you're on the plane, walk around as much as possible. If you're in a window seat and if you got some sleepers in the aisles, make sure before you take off, let them know, hey, I'm going to be up and around quite a bit. I'm sorry, but I'm going to be having to wake you up. Wear compression socks because it helps with the blood circulation, and mentally prepare to get yourself on maybe some kind of sleep regimen.
Come up with a schedule, a routine. So say I'm gonna read for 2 hours, so bring a book. I'm gonna watch a movie for 4 hours, I'm gonna sleep for 6 hours. Keep yourself on a schedule, this way mentally you're stimulated.
Just know that you're gonna have to prepare for a grueling flight, but it's worth it. And in order to make it even more worth it, make sure you're staying for at least 3 weeks, because time over there can go pretty quickly. A week can go by like this. 3 weeks is the perfect amount of time, and what we're about to get into next, Thailand is big enough for you to do enough exploration within those 3 weeks to still leaving you wanting more by the time you're up. Now let's talk about some different areas you can enjoy while you're in Thailand.
Like he said, Thailand is massive. There's northern Thailand and southern Thailand. Northern Thailand is like things like Chiang Mai, which you might have heard of, which has beautiful temples, luscious forests, and trekking.
And then southern Thailand has the city of Bangkok, and then further south you have the beach regions and the islands. So it's a more tropical destination for swimming, beaching, and activities such as that. Our physical experience is isolated to the southern region of Thailand. That's Bangkok and down. We have not yet been to Chiang Mai, but we will have a recommendation for you on how to go about your itinerary if you were to do so. Start north. You're gonna have to fly into Bangkok, but then grab yourself a cheap flight up to Chiang Mai. You can do this using Tiger Air, and flights are gonna range you between $20 and $50 US one way. Book in advance and you'll be able to do this really cheaply. So fly up to Thailand and then work your way down, and there are several ways to do so. You can, of course, fly back down to Bangkok after you're done with Chiang Mai, or you can take the night train, which you can sleep on overnight, and then you wake up in a new destination. And this makes it more of a kind of like a backpacking adventure situation. Not for every traveler, of course, but this is an option for the more adventurous you out there.
And keep in mind, northern Thailand will be a lot cooler than southern Thailand, so you'll find a lot of rainforest and rain.
Okay, so now for our personal experiences of Thailand, starting with Bangkok, because that is the northernmost region of Thailand that we've been to. Bangkok is the capital city of Thailand. It is big and it is heavily populated. It's very busy.
Yeah, large crowds and chaos. There's people and things and just everything moving all at once all the time. That basically sums it up.
I can vouch for that. And it's also scorching hot with high humidity.
Yes.
There are like no beaches or no cool air passing through that really keep the heat down, like down in Krabi or Phuket. But if you're a shopper, if you're a bargain hunter, it's a great place to be if you can deal with the crowds. They have the biggest mall I have ever stepped foot in. I don't know how many stories this thing was. Maybe seven or eight. and just massive. A floor for everything from electronics to luggage to homeware. It's just insane. It's MBK Mall in Bangkok, and it is crazy.
I like to refer to it as an in-person Amazon. I know it's coming soon, but I'm telling you, it already exists and it's in Bangkok. They have everything and anything you can find on Amazon is probably in that mall.
Other than that, Bangkok is known for some temples as well. Remember, when you're visiting a temple in Thailand, you've got to be covered up. No shoulders for the ladies, and I believe no shorts either.
Yeah, you have to cover your knees as well.
I believe that goes for the gentlemen as well, so no shorts inside the temple. So beware of that, because if you show up, you're going to be forced to buy something right outside the temple to cover yourself out, and the prices are jacked up like 300%. Also, make sure you bring plenty of water because it's going to be hot and you're going to need it. Now, one thing to look out for in Bangkok are the tuk-tuk drivers. They are scandalous. They're not dangerous, it's just that they're trying to scam you in some way. They will tell you that where you want to go is closed, so they're going to take you somewhere that's open and better. Really what they're trying to do is earn commission by taking you to this place. Go by the hours of operation listed on Google or the company's website, because when you set out, I'm sure you check to make sure it's open.
Yeah.
And you might think, oh, I'm in a foreign country, this guy's gonna know what he's talking about. Don't be afraid to second guess, because this is a scam that they run regularly. And we've only experienced this in Bangkok. We haven't experienced this anywhere else, which is south of Bangkok.
Yeah, just in the city.
Other than that, be careful of what you consume in Bangkok, in Thailand in general. The waters, the shakes, they're made with their water as well. Be wary of that. They may give you an upset stomach or worse. Know your stomach. Some people, like myself, I can drink all day, all night, the water, the ice, and I'll be fine. Some other people, completely different story. So make sure when you're ordering waters, get a bottled water, and you'll be safe.
Even the street food, I mean, go for it because it's delicious. But they wash the dishes in buckets of water. It's not the cleanest situation. They're delicious, but just be aware. Try maybe not eat so much of it, but I fully suggest trying it at least.
Listen, guys, there's no A ratings in Japan.
Right.
Okay, all right.
No inspections. Forget it.
All right, but you will live.
Yeah.
You'll be fine, and you will have an amazing experience dining. It's just that maybe afterwards it might
typically
be not so great.
Usually after the trip. So during the trip you'll be good.
Yeah. But moving on from Bangkok, we have not spent too much time there because it's just not our vibe. Again, it's too crowded, it's too busy. Temples are great, but it's just so hot, and there's only so much time you can spend doing that. So we quickly move on, and we recommend you do the same down south.
So this is where you will find all the beaches and the beautiful sand, clear waters. This is where paradise is.
Yeah, absolutely. So if any of you out there watched the movie The Beach, this is where it's based. South of Thailand. It was actually filmed on the island of Phi Phi. Everyone in Thailand pronounces it Phi Phi, which is kind of funny, but that's how it is. So it's filmed on Phi Phi Island, and that is the go-to destination for a lot of tourists that want to make the trek out there. How do you get there though? So there are two ways. First, you fly to either Phuket or Krabi. They're each on either side of Phi Phi, which is an island in the center. From there, you can take a ferry from either or. Let's talk about Phuket, because most people probably know about it.
Oh yes, Phuket is what you see all over TV and what you hear about. This is party central. If you want to party, Phuket is your place. Like there is one street called Bangla Road. There's bars on both sides with just music everywhere, girls dancing on the bar sets and all that fun stuff. And there's people everywhere, but it's such a good time.
Our recommendation, when you go to Bangla Road, don't spend so much money at the bars. Phuket is the top tier destination, so everything is jacked up. You're gonna spend a lot of money there, relatively, because Thailand is very inexpensive. Grab a bottle from one of the stores and then walk the strip. You know, you can drink on the strip. At the end, there's the beach, You can sit on the beach. There are beach parties. There's people hanging, doing a thing, drinking there, and then head back to Bangla Road. That's what we did, and that's what we highly recommend. Unless you're there for the go-go bar experience. And of course, like she said, that's where the girls are dancing in the bars. You can talk to them, buy them drinks. Some you can take back with you, take home with you. That is the part of the Thailand experience. And of course, let's not forget about the full-blown shows.
Oh yeah, they will follow you down the strip. Beware.
Advertising the ping pong.
Yeah.
Ping pong shows, and we're not going to get into too much detail about what those are. There are other sources, Google, where you can find out more about those. But it's not completely in your face. I'm not going to say Bangla Road is family friendly because it's not, but it's like you have to be committed to seeing it in order to see that, you know. So don't worry about that. It's just straight bars and dancing in the streets, and yeah, it's a good time. Some other things to know about Phuket, accommodations. Again, they're more pricey than staying in Bangkok or even PP, and definitely more expensive than Krabi because it's the hot spot. We recommend checking Airbnb. If Airbnb doesn't work for you, of course, they do have hotels, but Airbnb we found to be the best deals. Also, make sure you visit the night markets. The night markets, anywhere really in Thailand, but if you're going to be visiting Phuket, definitely visit. This is a staple. This is a tradition. It's kind of like a flea market, but not really, but also sort of. It's food, but also, you know, clothing and things like that. And the food is fresh. It's made right there, and it's everything from your meats to your soups to your fruits, your vegetables, your desserts, your shakes, and it is all so appetizing, so delicious. Again, made right in front of you. And you have your pick. And then, of course, if you need to do shopping, t-shirts and things like that, don't hesitate to haggle, especially if you be buying more than one of an item. Do not hesitate. This is probably a good time to talk about the language barrier, right? We're talking about haggling, we're talking about ordering things. 90% of people you come across will have at the very least, a very basic understanding of English. Some menus will actually have English translations. Lot of English speakers in Thailand. So if you're American and you're worried, I'm not going to be able to get around, I don't speak any Thai. People speak English all over the world. Yeah. And Thailand is no exception.
It's very rare to come across a place that does not. And you know what? And if you do, we live in 2018. Technology is amazing. There is an app that will do it for you. So, and I'm not meaning that in any sarcastic way. There is literally an app that will translate someone speaking a different language into your phone and translating it so you can understand.
We use iTranslate. I'm sure there are many more out there. Take your pick. That is our recommendation. Literally, like she said, you speak into it, it translates into the language that you want it to. And we've seen faces light up when this has actually worked. So there you have it. There is little language barrier in Thailand. Believe us, we've been there twice now, and we've only run into difficulty in conversation one time. The last thing we want to mention is the elephant sanctuary. Green Elephant Sanctuary was an amazing experience. Just to give you an idea of what a sanctuary is, they buy retired elephants from trekking. And just so you know, we're against trekking or you know, doing anything like that, riding elephants, because in order to get them to allow humans to ride them, they are severely abused. Full disclosure, obviously this is still some type of support of that, I feel, because they do come from there. So they're rescued, you know, from the trekking, but at least now they're being, you know, showed a
affection.
Cared
for.
Right, exactly.
And they're in a much more peaceful environment than they used to be. And they seem to genuinely enjoy interacting with the people. And if they want to walk away from the people, they do walk away from the people, but honestly, they can only go so far. So if you're looking for a modified elephant experience, I recommend that. You can feed them and you can bathe them. And it's just the most surreal thing, because, you know, you have these massive creatures who are, you know, gentle giants. They are massive. When I tell you, they are just so massive. I was worried about getting stepped on. They move around a lot. Like I said, they have freedom to move and wander. Not once did they even come close. And they're so gentle and aware of their surroundings. It's amazing.
Okay, next up, before we get to Phi Phi, we're gonna go across to Krabi. Just because they're usually juxtaposed against each other. People usually either travel to Phuket or to Krabi. Just because they're just different, but also the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So Krabi is the chilled out little brother of Phuket. Almost no one who goes to Thailand before researching Thailand has ever heard of Krabi. And this could be either a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you're looking for when you head to Thailand. Because it's chill. It's not overly crowded. It's not crazy expensive. The prices are jacked up. Again, we're talking relatively because in general, Thailand is very, very cheap. You can get accommodations, same night, walk in across from the beach, $40 a night. And with a swimming pool, and breakfast included, and air conditioning, and Wi-Fi, and free shuttle to your favorite massage parlor.
Like we're not in a tent.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
No.
Be prepared. Things will close early. It's not Phuket. People
Yeah.
aren't up partying all night.
No.
You probably really find a bar to really chill with that night. So expect to go to bed early or hang out in your hotel pretty early because things close.
You really want to party? You gotta go to Phuket. You really want to chill and save some money? Krabi's the way to go. So one thing that I mentioned casually, I didn't really touch upon and get in depth with are massages. Okay, so Thailand is very much known for massages, specifically their brand name Thai massages. I'm sure we can walk like 30 feet and find someone offering some form of Thai massage, right? But so here are the tips for you guys. All right, beware, the Thai massage in Thailand is not for everybody. It's actually a very intense version of a massage that really leaves you like feeling it, okay? So if you want a more relaxing massage, I'd stay away from the Thai one and go more towards the oil-based ones. They are more aromatherapy-based massages. They're gonna be a little bit more pricey. The Thai massage is typically the cheapest one, but it's probably more what you're looking for being on vacation and that you wanna relax.
Another tip is go for the higher end massage parlors as opposed to the mom and pop massage parlors because massages are about also the experience that you're receiving. Not so much just a massage, don't get me wrong. A great massage is a great massage and it's always a plus, but you want to go for the experience, so you want the atmosphere where a high-end massage parlor like a spa will offer that. And a mom and pop, they'll probably stick you in a little cloth curtain booth and give you a massage and call it a day.
Yeah, and the massage might be made with like a towel or something over your back. It's a little weird. It's a little off-putting. Whereas when you go to the spa, you know, sometimes they might have you shower beforehand and get yourself clean, and then they put you on a table. You're in a private room, and they're touching you with their hands. It's a more traditional massage, like one that you're familiar with. And price range, we're talking about $15 for the low end, and that's like more so the mom and pops, and then about $40 to $50 for the higher end. If you can find stuff within the range of $30, that's awesome. And get a million massages, get one in every city, because it's just awesome. It's a great way to loosen yourself out and get yourself ready for, you know, all the walking you're going to be doing. Now let's move on to Phi Phi. First, how to get there. So like we said before, you're either taking a ferry after flying to Phuket or Krabi. Now, the ferry is very low cost. I think it's about $20 for 2 people, and it's 2 hours or an hour and a half depending on which city you're coming in from. I believe it's shorter coming from the Krabi side. Now, Phi Phi, when you enter, they charge you a fee. It's about 20 baht, which is pennies. This is to get into the island, and they use it to keep the island clean and well preserved. So that's not a scam. You know, that's not something to be off-put by, and something for you to expect.
What you can also expect, Phi Phi, is beaches all around because it's just this little island. So you walk around the island, you will find beaches everywhere with nice, warm, clear waters. Very tiny streets, so navigating can be a little tough. Like there's very tiny, crowded streets. but it's so cool because you have shops and eateries on either side. With that being said, make sure you carry cash because not everywhere accepts card. It's probably like 60-40 where 60% may accept card, but 40% will not. Like the little vendors, they don't have like little iPhone swipe things where they can charge a card. So always make sure you carry some kind of cash on you when you're in Thailand.
Even a lot of hotels will only take the deposit in cash. They won't take it on a card. PP, it's especially prudent that you bring cash because it's a small little island. Yes, some places will take a card, but not all. Okay, some awesome things to do on PP while you're there, and they mostly, of course, include excursions. One place you recommend is Visa Travel. They're not owned by Visa. I don't believe they're affiliated with Visa. However, they do take Visa, and this is where you can take a 6-hour group tour. This is by longtail boat. And you go snorkeling, you go visit certain islands, one of them being Maya Bay. I know a lot of you guys want to visit the site where the beach is filmed and based. And it's only $15 US per person. This is for the extreme budget right here, and it's the best value, one of the best values I've ever come across while traveling, bar none. $15 for 6 hours. Yes, you have other people there, but we were lucky enough to be with an amazing group. Two of the people there we become friends with. Shout out to Raisa and Joao Paulo. And yeah, it's an amazing tour.
Sunsets on the longtail boat, so they make sure you're on the longtail boat driving to your next destination during sunset, so you get like this lovely little tour of this beautiful sunset. And then when you get to your next destination, it's dark obviously because the sunset's gone, and what you're doing is you're snorkeling for plankton, so it is pitch black, and you are in the water, pitch black water. You move your hands around, you have like these little glowing plantains, which is really cool, but a little dangerous.
yeah. There are other longtail boats there. That's another thing to consider. When you're in Thailand, you're never going to be the only longtail boat, all right? This is a very popular tourist destination, okay? So you're night snorkeling, and there are boats everywhere. They can't see you. You can barely see them, so you got to keep an eye out. Also offered from Visa Travel is a private longtail boat. And this one is, you call the shots, you tell them where to go, and it's just you and your group. And it's not more expensive the more people you take. So, you take 2, you go by yourself, or you take 10, it's the same price. And it's $100 US for 6 hours. And like I said, you call the shots. You just want to go snorkel in this spot. Okay, cool, it's amazing. The water's clear. Your guy, he's your best friend. Talk to him. He's going to take you to the places that aren't most populated, and that's really where you want to be, honestly. Now that we're here talking about Maya Bay, let's talk about it for a little bit, right? It's probably one of the places that's going to be topping your list for a tour. Have at it. Don't let us, make up your minds about this, but here's our experience. Not really worth it. Unfortunately, it's closed right now, so they can rehabilitate it, but it's been just beaten down, incredibly crowded whenever it is open and people go. And it doesn't have much to offer. It's just a beach, and then on the beach you have vegetation and porta potties. It's literally a giant tourist trap. The beach isn't swimmable because that's where all the boats park, and the water is just ridiculously wavy, and you don't have any picturesque background because you take a picture with the beach behind you, it's a sea of people. Take a picture of the sea behind you, and it's a sea of boats. Plus, not to mention, there's also an additional fee for entering Maya Bay. Talk to your longtail boat driver and have them take you to places that are just more serene. 2 places to recommend, Lumini Beach, and the other one? Nui Bay.
We just arrived at Nui Bay. This place is gorgeous. White sand beach, crystal clear waters, limestone cliffs, and we basically have it completely to ourselves.
Nui Bay, there were like 7 of us on there, and it was gorgeous, okay? The water was beautiful, the beach was white sand. It wasn't a huge beach, it wasn't a lot of beach, but you have it practically to yourself. So those are 2 spots we recommend, and there are snorkeling spots in between. All right, so that's it for Visa Travel. Another great thing is
At night, they have amazing beach parties everywhere. Beach parties, bars. You'll see people everywhere doing all kinds of things, just enjoying the night. And it's a beautiful night because it's nice and cool for a summer night.
Oh yeah.
It's beautiful weather, good vibes, music everywhere. It's just a really great experience.
Speaking of good vibes, everyone wants to be a friend. Everyone wants to party with you. You know, it's like you're meeting people and they're really cool and they're like, yo, come over to this spot, come over to that spot. I recommend get yourself bucket drinks. You know, they're just buckets with a bunch of different assorted alcohols in them. You can sweat through them and, you know, pick the one that best suits your taste. And these buckets will get you hammered, okay? For cheap. These buckets are awesome. So grab yourself a bucket and find your destination, be it a beach, be it a bar, be it the strip, walking alongside of it, be it, you know, you're going to get tattooed. Yeah. That's another thing about Thailand, tattoo parlors, like you can throw a rock from one and hit the other one. Beach parties, they've got fire throwers, you know, they got fire dancers.
Yep, they have jump rope and the fire dancers. They'll literally come up behind you and just like start throwing their fireballs everywhere as you dance. It's the coolest thing ever.
Oh, it's crazy. Now that's what you do at night. For you early risers out there, there's a special treat for you on Fifi, and it is Fifi Viewpoint. In the morning, before dawn, you hike up. Now the hike is creepy as hell. It's dark, right? It is dark. You can head up just before dawn. It'll be a little bit brighter, but then you'll be a little bit more of a time crunch, and you won't have prime seating. When we went, we were the first ones out there, and we chose where we could sit, and you know our view was unobstructed by anybody. And you have the view of the sunrise over the island of Fifi.
And even during the day, if you don't want to go for a sunrise, just being up there and being able to see the entire island just in a whole is just absolutely amazing.
Heads up, there is like a fee to enter. Hidden gem time. We're about to talk about a hidden gem. It's over on the Krabi side. This is for you guys really looking for an adventure, okay? For something just off grid and very atypical. Tanzai and Riley Bay off of the coast of Krabi. So it's still considered Krabi, right? But it's you can't access it by land, you've got to access it by sea. So it's just a long tail boat. It's like max 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Max 20 minutes, but it's just its own self-contained communities, okay? Tanzai is like the backpacker's paradise. We recommend booking on Airbnb the villas there.
It's chill out bungalows.
You got your own bungalow, okay? In this community, they probably have like 30 total. At the entrance, you got the chill out bar, you know, with drinks and food. And then you just got the chill out patios.
Like a little tree house, like you can walk up, it's like a little, we took so many naps up there, like in there really, in general, at the bar. Just picture this, at the bar.
Yeah.
Like we're just chilling, like straight chilling. They have cats everywhere, which we are huge fans of. They're just so chill. Like even the people, the owners are usually always around and they're usually just hanging out with the people, having a few drinks and so on.
Staff is super chill and you get straight up Bar Marley vibes everywhere. Obviously they partake in the ganja. And you know, it's highly illegal in Thailand. But if you were ever in search of some in Thailand, this would be the place. Can't speak to how good it is. We haven't scored there.
Just their vibes.
Yeah.
Scored their vibes.
Right. So Chill Out Bungalow, again, it's $20 a night, okay? Beware, though. The toilets there, there's no flush mechanism. You've got to fill up a bucket of water and then dump it in the toilet, and that's how you flush the toilet
Kind
on
of just
Tanzai.
like pushes all the stuff down when you put water. It's very interesting. It's adventure. You're bare minimum. So you just have a bungalow, a bed, netting, like a mosquito netting, and a fan. So no AC. Shower, cold. No hot water. Electricity, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So during the day, no electricity, so don't even think
Get
about
out
it.
and do something.
Yep. So bare minimum. So just be prepared. You know, if you can handle that, it's an amazing experience. One I will personally never forget because that was very different. Yeah. Well,
Next door, you have to hit Riley Bay. So you can get there two ways. You can get there by boat, long tail boat. it's like 5 minutes. But if you want to save money, there's a crossing, which is a skinny path between rocks that you can pass through during low tide. During high tide, do not do it. I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
You can do it towards during medium tide, but you're gonna get wet. We've done it. It's just not gonna be the most fun.
When he says we've done it, we have the water up to here. Don't do it. Well, he's taller than me, so maybe it'll
Okay,
up to here
okay,
for me.
okay, all right.
That's fine. Honestly, it was an experience I will never forget. I will never do it again. I will never do it
So
again.
there you go, guys. Make sure you know what the tide is before you go. Go during low tide. Okay. Now we're at Raleigh, and this is one of my favorite beaches in Thailand, if not my favorite beach, because it is surrounded by limestone cliffs, which makes for amazing pictures. It does get hot. It's nice to get some shade up against the fence where there's like trees covering you up. Unless you like the crazy people out there who just love to tan so much. I don't know. Green water and the limestone cliffs in the background are just unbelievable. They're beautiful. The adventure really starts when you trek inside of Raleigh. So from the beach, you go in and you got restaurants, you've got ATMs, and a lot of the times these ATMs are empty. So beware. So keep an eye out on those ATM and keep an eye out on your cash. So if you see that you're maybe gonna be a little low on cash, I say at $100, like $100 US, hit the ATM if it's available, because you're never gonna know when it's not gonna be. It's an island, and I don't know how often these things are serviced. Keep going and look for signs that say Raleigh East. Where you're coming from is Raleigh West. You wanna head to Raleigh East and then stop at something in between. But first we're gonna talk about Raleigh East. It's another beach, which is cool because it has its added features, two added features. One, wall climbing. Two,
Princess Cave. Well, this Princess Cave has men genitals everywhere. Well, not real men, but like
wooden phalluses.
Wooden phalluses everywhere. Like everywhere. It's just a cave of it.
It's like a thing. I don't know. I think it's a fertility thing, and you pray here or whatnot. But it's a huge hit, and I mean, you got to get a photo for it, especially for the gram. You know what I mean? Pose up.
We totally did.
You'll want to see this in person because there's nothing like it. I've never seen anything like it, And the beach on that side is not huge, and it's usually a little bit more crowded, so I don't really enjoy it, not nearly as much as I enjoy the beach on Raleigh West. But it's fun to trek there and visit. Either you want to do rock climbing or you want to check out Princess Cave. Back to the attraction that you passed on your way to Raleigh East, Raleigh Viewpoint, and Princess Lagoon. We have an in-depth video of us traveling to and showing you Princess Lagoon. It's going to be linked below. But basically what Princess Lagoon is, it's a lagoon that's very difficult to get to, okay?
So you basically rock climb off the main path, which everyone's walking.
So the first climb is like 20, 30 minutes, and it's not crazy easy. And then you hike, and then you walk about 10 minutes.
Right.
There's
a split, and you can either go right, which is Princess Lagoon, or you can go left, which is Raleigh Viewpoint.
Nothing like Fifi Viewpoint, nothing like it. But it's like a nice, it's like window size, like a window, and you can see out, and you can take some photos and videos. I wouldn't spend too much time there, but I would check it out. Yeah. The real attraction.
Yes. So there is a sign because it can get pretty dangerous saying please don't go here, it's restricted, but there were a lot of people going there, so we're like, you know what, for the YouTube we'll do this. So we went, and it was a great hike. It was how long of a hike till the drop?
It's like 10 minutes.
Like a 10-minute hike through the drop. It was kind of cool. You see like little lizards and stuff like that. Then we get to this point where there's a whole bunch of people hanging out, and there's just a rope at this drop. And well, that's where we're supposed to go.
Basically scaling the wall. There's 3 scales. Two of them have a ladder, one of them have a rope. But still, you're scaling these walls that are just like, they're on a climb like this. And to get down there, keep track of the tides. You want to go during high tide. You don't want to get up there and it's low tide. You want to go during high tide so you can swim in there, and the water's really nice and clear. It's beautiful down there. Be very careful. There are people who have been injured. Going down there is not for everybody. You have to be physically fit and you have to have the right shoes. Some people can do it barefoot, but don't go down there, you know, thinking you're gonna be doing it flip-flops. You know, have some decent shoes or sneakers on, because it's not just about getting down. Remember, you gotta get back up. So please check out the video on it. It's definitely below. It's a whole entire one talking about how we got there, and we are wearing GoPros capturing our climb up. I think that's it for our Thailand travel guide.
Yeah.
Hopefully we answered all your questions. If not, please send us a message, feel free, and we'll be sure to add it to our next travel guide. So asking us the questions really help. These have been our recommendations and our experiences. And you know, if yours are different, let us know. It doesn't have to be like ours. We're just helping out the people who have no clue whatsoever.
Expect from Thailand. So hopefully this gives a little bit of insight.
That's right.
On what to expect and make you a little more prepared, because you can never be too prepared.
All right, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back sooner than later with more videos. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and even share this video if you find it useful. Thanks for supporting our channel. Cheers, guys.
Ciao.